Hey everybody, I wanted to take a minute and tell you that I've been working on a new technique with people that's based in some of the research and practice around somatic trauma techniques. And I've developed this technique myself, and it appears to work really well for resolving complicated feelings, particularly the ones that people come in with and they're in acute states of anxiety or anger. Um, so I'm going to share it with you, and it is less techniquey than anything that I have ever shown you before. So hopefully this is going to be of use to you, and you can try experimenting with it with your clients if you like. So, as an example, I had a fella come in tonight. Lisa, you know of him, but he came in tonight, and he was extremely phobic about going to the dentist tomorrow. He has to have a root canal, and so you know how people can be around that. Maybe you know yourself how you can be around that. And you know, I was did all the right therapeutic things, validating of the emotion, etc. And then I asked him if he'd like to try an experiment to see if it helps him feel better around the phobia. And he said, sure. And so I had him tell me where he feels his anxiety in his body, where it lives in his body. And he's pretty used to my stuff with techniques and stuff. And he says, oh, I get a lot of tension right here in my chest. And, it feels really heavy, like I can't breathe when I think about it. And I said, okay. I said, would you mind just taking your two fists like this, and as you talk about, or think about the dentist having that root canal tomorrow, you know, and then I kind of made fun of the doctor who he's mentioned to me before, leaning over him, and I said, can you tell me, how that's going to be? He's like, oh yeah, I'm pretty worried about it, and it really bothers me. And he's with both of his fists digging his knuckles a little bit into his chest. And I said, okay, good. I'd like you to take a deep breath in and let it out slowly, diaphragmatic breathing, out breath longer than the in breath. And so I had him do that 2 times. I said, what's your fear level at? He had started off at like an 8, and he dropped to a 5 after just stimulating the parts of the chest that he actually felt the sensation. And I said, now, sometimes with these things, the sensation moves. I said, where did it move to? If you think about, tomorrow and going to the dentist, where's the 5 at? Where do you still feel that 5? He said, in my back. And it was kind of in the middle of his back, and he had no way to reach around there. So I said, do me a favor, take the pillow off the side of the couch and put it behind your back and kind of just rub up against it where you feel that sensation, that tension. And so he did, and I had him do that for a minute, thinking about going to the dentist. And I said, what's the pain at, or the anxiety at? And he said, oh, it's down to like a 3. I said, well, that's really good, And so, he did his deep breathing. And then I said, where do you still feel it? Where's that 3 at? He said, it's in my arms. It's in my arms. I said, okay, so grab both of your forearms. He said that's where he felt it. And I just want you to kind of massage along your forearms as we talk, and, think about that dentist. And tomorrow, I might have made another joke. And he says, I had him do his deep breathing in, breathing out. And I said, how do you feel about the dentist tomorrow? He said, I don't feel anything. I think I could do it. I said, that's great. Now, the basis for this practice is that the body does exactly what it's supposed to do. That there's nothing that's broken about having an anxiety response. And in fact, there's evidence in the animal kingdom that fear should elicit a somatic response, and if it does not elicit a somatic response, Bessel van der Kolk, one of the most famous trauma therapists in the world, has pointed out that gamekeepers in Africa will say that when a zebra is caught by or is chased by a predator, If it doesn't have a forward to back body shake, the zebra will actually die after being pursued and escaping. And humans don't have a mechanism for this, which is why Bessel van der Kolk and Peter Levine and other people came up with the theory of somatic experiencing. The idea is that the body has to do something with emotional reactions to survival threats. And so my spin on it is that the part of the body that's reporting distress when you get anxious or angry or some other physiological state of nervousness or whatever, is that part has to be acknowledged. And just like you would acknowledge a sore tooth if you had one, or you have to acknowledge a stubbed toe by touching it, that we should also have to make friends with our body and let it know that we acknowledge when we are feeling anxious or angry. And then if you then apply the deep breathing technique on the tail end of that acknowledgement, it should reduce the tension. It should get the body back into alignment and back into a sense of congruence with whatever your mental state is optimally. And it appears to be working. And so I thought I would share it with you first before I don't know, write another book. I don't know. But that's kind of been my pattern. I hit on something and I say, oh, everybody should know this. And I turn it into a something, but I don't think it's enough material for a whole book. So I thought I'd share it with you first. Okay, talk to you soon. Hope you have a great night. Bye.